our communities, in our villages, in our forests. They are carrying out mining activities, illegal mining. The Radio Wologisi reported on yesterday a community in Vonjama. There's a huge mining going on there, unregulated, illicit mining going on in Vonjama. And you see the holes that's been dug, and, stealing the riches of the people. And you have a government that's enabling that, that's allowing these things to happen, right? But they are diverting the public mind and the conversation from these real issues, right? From these real issues and making everything about CDC and Mr. Weir. And you two are following along. You're following it. And you think and I don't get it when some of you make it seem like George Weir is your problem. An accomplished and fulfilled man who, no matter your hate, no matter your dislike, he is going to live his life. God has blessed him, right? And you're not concerned about your environment. You're not concerned about the safety of your very self, the safety of your community. You are ignoring all those ones and you're focusing on Weir. They're bringing in yellow machines after yellow machines, Chinese and Chinese after Chinese, Ghanaians and Burkinabes. They're deploying it in our forests and they're mining the future of this country, the future of your children. You're not focusing your attention on these, but rather you're focused on, as soon one rescue moped sits somewhere and say, "Joe, we are not coming back," your whole attention goes to that. Your whole attention goes to that and you ignore. We're talking from Vonjama, Radio Wologisi. Check it out. So these things are going on. And then a late report has come out also, which we'll go into next week, Monday, to tell you the injury, the danger that's happening to Liberia. And then you got people calling themselves rescue government. What level of mechanism they've put in place to safeguard the future and the natural resources of this country. When other countries are moving to protecting these things and they're investing in the future, right? They're sending the youth out of the country to train them in the basic skills and disciplines required so that when the future comes upon us, the nation will have prepared minds to inherit and make the relevant decisions in these areas. We are not. Our politicians do not care. Our politicians are focused on themselves. Our government focused on themselves. Look at the level of internal bickering that's going on in this Waka government. Fighting, internal fight. Oh, you don't know? Why are they fighting for? When the people's interests are left unattended to, right? When the people future, the young people, look at the level of young people, the youths, all on the street. Let's leave the politics. Let's talk real talk. Those of you, poor Bwaka, poor rescue, look around you. See, the number of unemployed youths have skyrocketed. Drug addicts. See the community vulnerable. You see 20 young boys just roaming the street doing absolutely nothing. The way they dress, right? The way they speak, even when they're talking, just listen to them. Are you not worried? Is that not troubling to you? And then as you're supporting the rescue and Mr. Bwaka, 2-3 years counting, what is the program for them? What is the program for them? And then you have one other little girl that say, youth and sport minister. And I've been sitting from afar and watching and seeing what she's doing. And you don't see anything. Basically, for the mediocres, it is okay for this young woman to just grab a few, how you call them? I don't know, Dexter Publishers or whoever. Just grab the children and the beginner. They be doing all kind of graphic and passing it around and say, "Oh, we're doing content tour." What's the purpose of the content tour? What does it seek to achieve? What are you going for? Right? And the thing you're going for, what do you intend to use it for? How are you going to use it? What does it mean in 6 months' time? in 1 year time for these young people. Look, when you leave the borders of Montserrado County and you go further down, the reality of the young people are way more different and extremely appalling as compared to Monrovia. You see how disturbed you are seeing the ones in Monrovia, but when you go beyond the borders, right, and you enter the interior, you see absolute hopelessness, no hope, no assurance, extreme vulnerability, vulnerable to anything. And you have a government and a country that doesn't focus on that. But rather, what do you see? Senior government officials are fighting among themselves. Right? For the past 2-3 days, we've been talking about what is happening at the airport. What do you think is happening? Internal fight. Greedy fight. Right? You have a greedy bull here who thinks and believes that he is super and he deserves to eat everything and he must be the center of it all, waiting to bend the rules and usurp his functions and usurp the function of the actual managers of the agency or the entity, right? And using partisan convenience to concoct lies, deliberate lies, to undermine. Should we be running our institutions like that? I said no. But this is what is happening. So we are privileged to these things. We are privileged to getting these things, and we help you, we bring them out to you, we expose you to open up your mind, to think beyond the box, outside of the box. To think outside of the box. And look, let me tell you, right? Let me tell you something. And you know 2023 happened. Prior to 2023, and you know we saw people here who were loud, that they were loud and the things they were talking about. And then 2023 happened, we saw the role they play. And then we are in the mess now. They acting like clean man, and they're not talking. The FE said we friends, so we're not friends. When we get ready for some of y'all, we'll get ready for some of y'all. We're not friends. We're looking at y'all. Y'all who are passing around, opening your stinking mouth, then acting like someone a moral, talking about y'all know all the economy, y'all know all the way government can work for the people, blah blah blah. Y'all saying now, yeah, the whole system chakla, nothing holding. Criminality under increase. Look at broad daylight. What happened at Amagachi Junction? Broad day. They pluck the guy's eye out. Ritualistic killing. That one came right before. It's good it happened in Amagashi. I mean, not when I say Amagashi, when I say it's good it happened in Amagashi, so those heliums that were in that very Amagashi, they're passing around. Oh, mysterious. So it will be brought right before their eyes. They will see it. You're seeing people that were killing and paying people to kill people and dash and go to mortuary and take day by and pull on the street. And I didn't want in power. And I didn't want plucking people eyeball, plucking people private parts, rescue government. And you're plucking people eyeball and plucking people private parts and dashing them all over the place. Why is it continuing? Why is it even happening more than it used to? Every day you see one of small girl, they not tell, they not pluck a private part. You see one of small boy, be rescue government official, now bouncing from the back. All these kind of nasty, demonic things happening. Another day you hear say, oh, just talking about gay rap business. We never used to hear this kind of thing. Who would jump from there? Another day you hear say, oh, Guinea won't take land in Labor. All the government that have been here, one day will not hear Guinea won't take land. Something not good. Something they're not saying. Something is not connecting. And you are forsaking your own country. And you are worshiping a demonic establishment presided over by a man who is supposed to be a deacon. It's compromising and undermining fellow Liberians. So These are the issues. And sometimes you say, oh, look, today we just gonna help you, and to know some of these things. For us, and you can be our witness. We don't just come here and say and talk. Here's what Front Page is reporting this morning. In rural Liberia, climate change and gold mining are converging to threaten livelihoods. Unregulated gold mining, unsafe gold mining, illicit gold mining, right? And it is happening. Superintendent and all can put dredge on small river in the community. District commissioner, everybody just wants steal. As soon as I see they can be fighting, oh, give me one letter, they get one may go. They may look for one Chinese man, they take that one machine, they go in the communities. I beg you, sometimes you lead a moral, you visit your villages, you visit your county, and you go see real. Right? Then you come out and see how your mind will be about. So why rescue? Yeah, burn on everything. Just saying that in Monrovia, and the only thing is say, Joe, we are not coming back. And because some of you not taking time, packing your some holidays, then just take the weekend. Just take the weekend, you go in your village, you go see, and then ask, right? Move around, see what is happening in your forest. See what is going on. Oh, we telling you everything you're having that fun. They call them every about, oh, Joey are not coming back, Joey are coming back. Well, oh, look at it's a major threat to livelihood. So you know what that means? 5 years from now, 10 years from now, the communities, right, will be bankrupt. Will be bankrupt in a way that the very soil they need will be contaminated because these illicit miners, they're using unregulated chemicals. They're polluting the communities, they're polluting the soil, they're polluting the water, livelihood. But you have a government calling itself rescue that's abating these things, but in 5-6 years, they wouldn't be here, but we will begin to feel the scourge, the pain of their negligence, neglect of the people. This is what you need to focus on. But when the news media report right, then all of you not take side. They want then let it pop. That's why you gotta focus on. You gotta focus on the meat, the substance of what we're saying, and then you use your own human being, your own God-given sense. You get here, you get brain. Use your own brain, right, and think it through. Front page, not let it go. I think front page or any other media organization are moved by their ethics, not your feeling. We get what you see, you're getting very old. We get time for your feeling. You sitting in there, testing your capital, correct? You say you rescue, right? Your capital, you planning to come big the camel or can argue with the camel. You say now, you say you rescue. To hell with you, right? You're foolish people, you're pouring a mess, you're passing around, dancing, acting like you're new or coming. Let it nonsense here now. Even Gary, you got prayer all going up. More. The first time they call you more prayer to go up. More, what we know, more, and all prayers going up. Bugger we, more, sleepy, and all looking at something like good food in the country. Can you imagine sleepies? And all looking at good food, all of them wearing coat suit in the market. Bony and all, that big meat, bony, P4 and all, in rescue government, did you expect that? You saying that? You got on your phone, you dancing poo water, Sony wine water, you dance in that passing. Oh, rescue! Oh, just say you knew, and this is why. So I'm going into my issue now, small, So this is why I always like to draw a comparative scenario between what is happening in Liberia and what is going on in the US. And yesterday, I stumbled across this. I played this money small. Former president of the US, Barack Obama, doing the campaign, doing this just in the 2024 campaign in the US, where Mr. President Trump won. I mean, it's just the same scenario. Just like we were arguing here that, look, all the things you're on, The Bwaka man will not share no example, no record, no nothing to show that they think that what you're saying they make can do, he can do it. Nothing. We see nothing. The man said, yeah, we were telling you everything. Some of you are looking at, oh, I am telling you, man, but we were basically trying to guide you. Because you have to apply the new man on the old man. But the man not get 0-0. Listen to Costa and say, yeah. When Costa said, did you think we knew? Did you think we knew? You remember? Did you think we knew? But listen to what Barack said in the case of Trump, that we also said here, but in different ways because the context varies, and you compare, right, the realities of what is it in America today in terms of the decision making and the activities and policies implementation that's going on, and they cross everything, and then you come back here, you also try to relate that and remember what we said about this personality, this character, right? That you all were dancing in pool water and you're denying your children school fees because you believe they did not want, and you coerce people into voting for this man when you had no basis. Absolutely no basis. And we informed you, we educated you on it. We told you. So this is it. It's a global, that double jeopardy level is faced because anything that affects America affects us. So America's situation affecting us, then our own setting is affecting us. So we're in double jeopardy. Who you coming cry on? The people who used to help us in America, the boys are going through it.
What I cannot understand is why anybody would think that Donald Trump will shake things up in a way that is good for you, Pennsylvania.
Okay. So what we could not understand, for anybody in the right frame of mind to look at Bwaka, right, living on loan, Bwaka, unable to provide medical bills for himself, Bwaka, unable to fuel his car, Bwaka, unable to buy electricity for his home, Bwaka, unable to paint his house, Bwaka, unable to keep his wife and family together after 12 years as vice president, right? Could change the reality of this country, right? That's what we could not imagine. Look around you today.
I don't understand that.
I just couldn't understand up to now, and I'm like dumbfounded continuously, and you can't just fathom how anybody in the right frame of mind who sat in class, and became trained, will still want to, if not hate, right?
Because there is absolutely no evidence.
There were absolutely no evidence, right, that this Bwaka man, right, is an accomplished man, is a man with a legacy, and that's attractive. It's a man with a history of impact. It's a man that has delivered. There was no evidence. There remains no evidence. We have not seen any evidence. Nobody can show us any evidence. He himself has not talked about anything. He has always hallucinated about what he could have done for Liberia, and the reality has turned out to be a colossal mess. That's what we have. Look around you.
That this man thinks about anybody but himself.
Okay. The only thing we could point to that this old man was a tribalist. Historically, it has been proven his consideration and his preferences were informed by tribal bigotry, and he has always preferred himself. It has always been centered around him. That's why you could look in the society of this country, you will not see nobody, you will not see anybody, you will not see anyone who will put their hands up to say, my life changed because of this man's intervention. This man did this for me. This man did that for me. No, it has always been about himself. And what does the reality look like today? Look around you. The decisions that are being made, right? Who are getting the biggest job in the country? Lofa. Who are getting the biggest contracts in the country? Lofa. Kisi people, right? That is an I feeling, not the we consciousness, but the I, everything me, just me, right? To the point, even if it has got to conflict with the law, this man says me. The law says there are 10 new positions in the country. Baka says what I want. The law says a person cannot be an active partisan of a political party to chair or become a commissioner at NEC. Baka say what I want is what I get. That is the evidence we have. So it doesn't matter who speaks. It doesn't matter who rekindle. It doesn't matter what the Supreme Court says, right? That is a mark of a selfish man. We told you and you knew it. So we were not making up. We are not making up. We have never ever made up. Neither will we ever made anything up, right? Everything we have said about this old man are his characteristic. That is the way God made him. That's who he is. Selfish, me, egotistic, right? Self-centered, narcissist. That's who he is. Everything around him, everything about him. Or the appointment to NEC conflicts with the law. As long as Baka wants it, he has it. And we told you, it is not about a political party, but it is about the dangerous precedent. I was in a friend conversation with some friends on yesterday, right? When they announced that one of our their friend have gotten some kind of beautiful appointment somewhere or job somewhere, and they were considering, oh yeah, that job is protected, so at least it's okay, it's 25 years. So even if the government loses in 2029, the president remains. And I hasten to remind them, I said, look, with the precedent being set, there is no guaranteed job ever anymore in this country. And that's why people like us, whenever these things come out, we say, oh no, don't do it. Please reconsider, do this, because you will not be president forever. And somebody could come as president that will be very much ruthless and dangerous. You don't know what the future holds. So that is the reason why it is important that we all advocate for the protection of the law and the safeguarding of our democracy. What if tomorrow somebody becomes president and the president in their nature is detective, right? And then they come and see these kinds of history, why they're able to rest on this thing happened. So who cares? They will consume this whole country, they'll consume power to themselves and will start to cry. But you don't look at where you fall, you look at where you stand. And this is why people like us want to be on record, because with life and good health, we will remind you. You understand? Do you know what it means? This is bending the National Elections Commission to the whims and caprice of whomever that's in power. What happens? What becomes of the morale, right, and the protection of those on the commission's board? They already know that political convenience is what guarantees their presence there. If this action can be taken at the top, and no matter what the civil society says, no matter what who says, it happens. If I don't play along, right, that's the same way I will be removed, even though the law said I can't be removed, but the law said they may not supposed to be here and they may here. So I will be removed, right, in that same fashion, and people will talk, but nothing will happen, because nobody respects the law. It is a dangerous precedent. And yes, I've seen them. Rex Basigia, one of the vice presidents at NOCA, right, ignorantly saying that, oh, we cannot, so we will not share the presidential authority. What is the presidential authority? That is not within the bailiwick of the presidential authority. Where are you reading from? Where's the dude even reading from? But again, this is it. It is only us, the people, that can tell them, no, this is not the way it's supposed to be. And we are in a very terrible situation. The lawmakers, the legislature that could help, that should be helping in keeping with the law to erect the relevant necessary checkpoints, are compromised. They are the biggest bootlickers in the country. Good for nothing. Just imagine someone who was saying, prior election, you see that house, we need educated people there. We need well-experienced people there. And the other person now said, oh yeah, it'll be a good thing. As well as saying, oh yeah, you see the caliber of people. Look at the caliber. Look at them. With all their education, all their experience. What? Sometimes the ordinary man, to some extent, can hold some value and principle than the so-called book people. These ones, you just get discouraged. Just get discouraged. Like on the country, all that thing going through. So somebody you're sitting somewhere now, no food, sir. No job, partner working, man not working. The businessman doing PCC police or MCC police go, they take it away. The small girls, 13-year-old, 14-year-old, they got turned to sex slave, sex, and commercial sex. Go in the street after 9 p.m., 10 p.m. Go in the street and see it. Is that a mark of a viable economy where people are meeting their ends meet? Who in their right mind will see their 15-year-old, their 14-year-old baby? Imagine, surrender to the street. And their peers, their father peers, are going out with them. Look at the video that's circulating. What the lady said, 18 at 10 that I want. Calculate the age of that lady. This is happening. 18 at 10 that I want. The men take, two of them for the night. And get in 10 I'm 1,800, 1,800. Use the people daughter. This is what's happening in the country. And you think you don't have to worry. Oh, because it's not your children. So you feel it's okay. But you don't know 5 years from now, 6 years from now, what could happen. That is the reason why when terrible things happen in the country, you have to stand up against it, because the natural propensity for it to come back and affect you in ways that you will not imagine is just likely. So don't be selfish. You can bear a part of fence, you carry way up. When drug consume the community, drug will one day enter your fence. Drug will one day enter your fence. So it's a national core. And everybody got to get involved with it. When the person is violating the law, speak out.
Before.
Condemn it. Talk about it. Right? No. Anderson Mame, civil society, has spoken out. The questions have not been about whether we have got some little experience working with election-related issue before. No, that's not a question. Whether we go to school, you can go to school, go. No, that way you're not wasting our time about that. Whether you're a student or you used to fail in school, we're not asking all those questions. What we are saying is the law requires a degree of objectivity. Can we get objectivity in the case of a middleman from a man who is not just a supporter, but an extreme fanatic? Do you know when a person is categorized as a fanatic or an extremist, do you know what the weight it carries? No reasoning. No, and they only believe in their perception. They don't care about facts. They don't care about evidence. They don't care about reasoning. Fanatics do not care. Fanatics only believe in what they know, what they hold. That's who they are. So the result can come. The people can say that, oh, as long as this man is an extreme Unity Party Bwakai fanatic, he sees beyond. He doesn't see that. He's blinded. His consciousness is blinded. Is placated. The P-headable Firestone truck tire. You melt it. That hard liquid, you pull it on, you bring it in, you can cover it. That kind of old man looking. A person that is extremely passionate and often uncompromising in their support for a particular ideology, a particular party, or a particular leader. The person that is what? Uncompromising. So how do you take a man who cannot compromise Bwakai for anything? How do you take a man who cannot compromise Unity Party for anything? Who says is right? Right? Who says is right? But how do you take that man if you're not as selfish as Bwakai is and put him over the National Elections Commission, where Chapter 2.2 of the new electoral law clearly and unambiguously stated that nobody with political affiliations are supposed to be appointed or nominated for a position on the next commission, right? As a commissioner of the National Elections Commission, at least to talk about the chairperson. In the case of this man, he is a fanatic. He is an extremist, uncompromising, unbending, unapologetic, which is his right. It is people's right to decide to be stupid. It is people's right to decide to be dumb. It is people's right to decide to be foolish. It is people's right to be just anything. That's their right. You can fight them to be crazy. You can only try to talk about it and talk to them, but you can't force. Nobody fight anybody for what they want to be, how they want to be. No, you can't do that. We're too civilized to want to do that. These kind of people, like Wither, often display unwavering loyalty and enthusiasm, sometimes to the point of being seen as extreme or unyielding. Bwakai look across the entire country and even in the diaspora and say, I'm taking that man. That is tantamount to removal and impeachment. How many more times this old man must bend our laws, creating himself as a demagogue? How is what this man is doing in Liberia different from what Doumbouya is doing in Conakry, Guinea? How is what this man is doing in Liberia different from what Assimi Goïta is doing in Bamako, Mali? How is what Bwakai is doing in flouting the law, bending the rules, accommodating only his feelings, right? Over what the law says is different from what President Trump is being accused of in the US. How is it, fellow Liberians? How is it? Unthinkable, irrational decisions has been made, but they look normal. You don't have problem with the man taking the dangerous decision, but you have problem with the young man trying to expose that and enlighten and educate you about the danger and risks we run as a country when these things are allowed to happen. The Student Unification Party, SUP, has said clearly that no, this is nonsense. And if this is allowed to happen, we will protest. You don't have to wait for them to protest. That alone is a caveat. A reasonable government, a people-focused government, a government interested in the stability of the country. Listen to these feedbacks. You know why feedbacks are important in policy decision making? Even if you do developmental studies, right? You just don't go ahead and just go pull hemp on somewhere like that. No. There are stages. You go, you carry out and awareness and education to the people. Then you wait and see what the reactions of the community, the people will be. You gather these reactions, you evaluate them, right? And then you make a determination to know whether you can still go ahead or there need to be adjustment or you need to have some realignments and have what have you. But when you ignore feedbacks, when you ignore reactions, and then you pursue whatever objective that you want to, in spite of the negative reactions, it is dangerous. You can go ahead because you have power. You can go ahead because you're the president. You can have your will. But the signals are that this will, these decisions of yours do not meet the approval of your citizens. They are not pleased. If you're a leader that's concerned about the pleasure of your people, you have to take heed. I thought you said you were a listening president, right? Eddie Jawolo, Nemot Liberia, Anderson Mame, right? Student Unification Party, STAN, CMC, right? Or Simeon Freeman. So far, those I've seen, right? Tewo Gongulu. Which segment is welcoming this? Only the minute Unity Party bandwagonists are the one embracing and celebrating this decision. That must ring a bell to the president. That must ring a bell to the partners that this is a time bomb. And like I said on yesterday, Mr. President, if you do not take heed, Mr. President, you have the way you can go ahead. Because like from the first day when I read what your post, and I said, look, the president was deliberate about this. Look at what the president said. In order to short circuit the authority of the Senate, the president placed the man there to start to act. Yesterday, what happened? They turned over to the man. The man has everything in him. The man, that's the man the president wants. He is the president as we speak. But you can be the president today and you don't know what can happen tomorrow. You can no longer be president. And when you're no longer president, you will want the country to be governed by the law. And you'll be sitting there. The same way after 12 years when you violated, all your eyes were dark, you didn't see anything. But then in 6 years, you started to see all the things you could do. And you made all the flashy promises in order to get us where we are. When we raise these issues, we're not raising them simply because we just want to talk. And the way we have our conversation, the way we have the conversations is in a way that drives you to seeing reasoning.
In the country of Lopa, where the standard bearer of the UPA land comes from, the Unity Party more than 70% of the vote. They swear the district of
This is the man in the first round. Who all remember the first round official result? Who won the first round? The CDC. But listen to the result the man gave for the first round in the election.
The flag bearer who, where the difference is about 3,000 difference between the both parties. That is it. In Bond County, which is another populated county, UP and CDC.
And you think this is not a cause to worry? And you think this is not a cause to worry about what will happen to you if this man exhibit these same uncouth, illegal, extremist posture during the general and presidential election in 2029. You don't think you're not worried about that? So the president would prefer kinsmanship over the law. He would prefer loyalty to him over the law. He would prefer loyalty to him and maintain and not listen to the cries of the people over the stability and the future of the country. Like they said, this man promised to end this country, and he has remained very committed to ending the country. But we're waiting to see what happens. Now, let's see what Sten says. The Solidarity and Trust for a New Day extends its warmest and most heartfelt. Okay. No, this is not. Okay. Into. Let me try to get that one quickly. But yeah, Stan and other groups, Sue and other people have voiced their disapproval. But you see, only UP bandwagonists are out there. Oh yeah, it's a good thing. Oh yeah, because they fuel the perpetuation of their stealing from the country and will continue. This country here, since after the war, we all have suffered. We all have built ourselves to a certain extent. Nobody political interest we must sit down and allow to drag us back, even for one day. Nobody. We must remind all of them. You come, you have your time, you roll out your vision, you roll out your policy, you get the country money to you, do the things you say you will do. And let your record speak for you. If you get it, you get it. But if you don't get it, you leave it. But if you say you can, you do the one, and everybody talking, you say you're not listening because you the president. You're not listening because you the president. I see where when Samido was doing something, people were there talking to him. Samido, stop. Samido say you can't listen. Samido, stop it. Samido, the other one, Samido say you can't listen. When the time reached for Samido to be the president in the poll, they grab Samido ear, they chop Samido ear off. Samido was there. Oh my people, and the thing that can be happening. Mr. Taylor, Mr. Taylor, they say, Charlie, stop some of the things that you're doing. Charlie say, I am the president, I'm the Dakwana. I'm the president, I'm the Dakwana. Charlie, stop the thing that you're doing. They want it. Charlie say, I'm the president, I'm the Dakwana. When I'm passing, everybody must stand. The police boy, everybody must turn their back and look and be worshiping me. Charlie, stop. The power too sweet in Charlie head. Charlie not listening. When push came to shove, Charlie is languaging beyond a 50 years bar. Charlie is wishing to see daylight. Charlie is wishing to see how Broad Street looking. It's not easy. 50 years. Charlie not know how it will even end up with him. Power sweet. But it's good to listen to the people that you are governing. It's good to listen to dissenting voices. They may not in your mind like you, but you have to listen to what they are saying. When you make adjustment on some of these criticism, it further endear you to the country. Sometimes it becomes a silent weapon that even transforms some of these very critics. Because if I'm sitting here every day and I'm criticizing the president, and when I bring up issue and suggestion, I see the president implement them. I feel like this is a man willing to listen to me, or this is a woman willing to listen to me. It indirectly draws me closer because I feel that the crowds that I'm relating to you, you're acting upon them. They're very smart and intelligent, diplomatic ways that you run around these things instead of the extreme radical posturings that you're doing. ignoring the concerns of the people, abusing them, and using iron hand, Mr. President, it can't end good. It can't. History is that. My earlier president, 12 years, there were people very powerful who felt that 12 years could not end. Some of them, it's not easy. They had to come back now. Hustling, imagine one, call you some of the name of the people now that are hustling for consultancy. And then you imagine the power that they command 12 years ago while Ellen was president. You hold your, you say, they man, you will not even want to believe it. But yes, we know some of them. They yell. You're not hearing the name, but they yell. They begging, they passing from one ministry, one agency. Power can be sweet. But remember when the day it is no longer there, that your faith should still be respected. So Weah was president for 6 years, right? He was listening to an extent. But yet still, people, the very same people that you're listening to that will go to him will still come back for whatever disapproval and they will say the otherwise. Almost everybody that was opposition to Mr. Weah had access to Mr. Weah. He talked to them and he shared with them. They were all good. But for some reason, people felt that they just didn't want him. And it materialized. He's off. There were people who were very powerful then. Today, where are they? That's how you build a country. Remembering the past and making decisions that guarantee and know that you are just passing through. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104 are the numbers to call. Let's hear from you. This is your country. Speak your mind. What do you think? It looks clear and certain that the president is not willing to listen to the country. He's going to go ahead just as he did with the removal of the speaker, the illegal removal of the speaker. It's going on record. Children, generations after generation, for as long as we are here, we will keep educating and informing the people that there was a moment in Liberia history where there was an open, flagrant violations of the law to satisfy the whims of a president who spent millions of dollars when hospitals were without drugs, when school-going children were without instructors, when there was no chairs, when rules of the schools were leaking, when public facilities had no electricity, hospitals are using candles, yet 5.6 million was used illegally to remove a certain speaker, legitimate speaker, for a man who knows nothing, who passes around and, of course, carelessly practices bigamy all over the place. Yes, we'll tell them, and they will know. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so thank you for the program. I'm Jonathan Williams.
Go ahead.
So what's the problem with it? So is there a statement they appointed NEC board said you got problem with it, or is it because of your political interest?
Okay, 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104 are the numbers to call, and of course you will be live. And going to school can help you not only to know how to write, but to know how to listen, to know how to reason, to know how to think. Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good morning. Emmanuel Lila Bowe calling from Mandupo resident. This morning you have struck a lot of points that are so reporting to we the young people and Liberia large. Because not just about the CDC, but I think the entire opposition within this country need to look at this appointment keenly and take some radical approach against it. Because if we do sit here as opposition, group of opposition, and say that we're going to be waiting till 2029 going to the election, that would be a clear victory for the United Party. Because you cannot appoint an individual that affiliates with the United Party that believe in the idea of Bwaka, and the Bwaka say, yes, that's true. So today we sit here as body, our party officials for all of the opposition blood need to come out with a strong statement and rally us. We got the strength to move, but we can be moved by our leaders. If they don't speak, we'll not move. So we have leaders. You're not expecting Musa Belede, George, Weah, Umi to be on the forefront. That's why the party got structure. So the various leaders need to come out and come up with a statement that will be able to embarrass this identical appointment by Mr. Boakai. This man is a clear unity partisan that will not sit here and allow that to happen. But it will not only happen if our leaders are willing. Wherever we have that our CDC chairman is, I'm just asking, if you have been weak before, you need to come up on out of your weakness and become forceful. If the chairman of the BDD arm of the CMC have been weak, they need to come up for that weakness. Even if that is the chairman of the ANC, need to come up for their weakness and be forceful to see how well we can go against the technical appointment. But if we say that's a swing for Boakai, that's the kind of test they may give us. They may have given a lot of tests to the Liberian people, and nothing has been happening. That horse you're talking about, the horse of Senate, that clear cut. That yes, sir, let's go. They're going to pass that thing, and you're going to be there. They may have not even been confirmed, but now he has taken over the National Election Commission. That is not a clear violation, but today nobody's going to be questioning him. So what are we doing here as citizens? We need to come back and go against the appointment of Ome Joe Boakai, that we are tired with his reckless leadership. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you very much. Good morning. A lot of things we talk about, but it all point to the fact that how decisions are not aligning with what the law says, and the president doesn't care. Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. I am Archie Newton, calling from District 17. Yeah, thank you this morning, my brother. You said it all. Comprehension's problem in this country is the living aspect. That so-called guy who called from Providence, what all you explain about that so-called generator widow man, he's still asking that foolish question. See how we're looking in this country? We're talking about the law. What the law says, right? Then you're talking about you against it, no, waiting. That was Joseph Parker is not hearing Liberians, and he will regret it. If Joseph Parker died natural death, he will regret it, because we will. Yeah, because you can be a leader in it because you're adamant to the people. You call yourself a 42-year-old man who have an experience.
You're not listening to the people.
Just listening to
the students community. I just told you, the student community, the civil society, the political party. The individual librarians are saying, no, Mr. President, they won't. You say you're not listening. You're imposing the man.
Why can you ask yourself, why is Mr. Taylor today? How they do that? Because they were not listening to the people when they were talking to them. They feel that he's just president for life. See, it's just sorry. It's just sorry. But that's what the poor want them, we told them that they may have no history of making anybody. They have no example. But they said that the people, that the men were wanted. That's why they brought them back in power. After 12 years, he became a beggar. He could not pay rent, he could not pay hospital bill. And he was living on loan. I don't know, are we serious in this country? We got serious comprehension problem. Thank you, bro.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And this is it. And you know, when government is failing, when government fails the people on its basic fundamental constitutional obligations, then they start to make you feel like, and then you, the people, start, some of you, a lot of you believe that because you don't get a job and you poor, you hungry, that's spiritual problem. So as soon as you hear say one pastor comes on, oh, all of you will go there. Those are signs and symptoms of a failing leadership. Oh yes. Don't you think we don't believe in God? We believe in God. We worship God for our salvation. For our salvation, so that the year after we will be saved, and that while we are here, we'll be protected. But to the point where you start to believe now that because you don't get a job, God there with you. That thing there, that manipulation. So that time you taking to go be running behind preacher man, ain't no passing around. The little small thing you get, you giving. You need to take that time, you rally your civic and civil energy, right? It is a political and government failure, and it has to be corrected through political means. Let the government and the leadership priority be about creating jobs and creating means for you. But you're not there. So the pastor will pray. Then when the pastor finish praying, where you going work now? Where? So that who going to hire you? How many new companies? What are the NGOs? Where are they? Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yes.
This is Mato calling from Johnson.
Go ahead, Mr. Tu.
Thank you for all the analysis that you are giving this morning. Well, it's just that it's so sad that Freedom FM, Kings FM, Voice of Nigeria, they are not reaching Southeast. Only that a phony station alone reaching over there. So whether they are lying to the people, that only that lying information that it can reach to us in Southeast there. And as you saying about confirmation. The two phony senators who got water.
So we want y'all to know, you know, we are working a lot of things we could do, but we want y'all to know that anything the government station and tell you, everything that lie. Y'all come over. Y'all see when they finish talking, y'all look at your life.
For me, I can only go down there and be there for a few weeks. I'm based in Monterey, so I know how the country is running. I know how the government really running the country. But at a fixed station, only that fixed station alone, reaching what the government say, and more especially our country, which is going through. The two fifth senators we got, Senator Chie and Bakekwa. I believe they will say that over there again and they will confirm that man. Senator Chie is one of the three immediately after the election period. Plenty people regretted why they have to vote for it. Because we already heard that the broadcast for the Unity Party, I think 22 or 24. They deny, but immediately after the election, people started crying with they were to know they were not to vote for them. And the best sitting over there, he sat down over there, he brought up Frantico, went through all those things. He not one day talk on anything like that. He said down there again, if all they do it, they stand around the way they are new already ugly in our country there. We find it that as they are talking about removing people, then we ourselves will find it to remove them from power too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu. How are you doing?
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Edmund Carr. I'm the visually impaired and pushing for the return of President Weah 2029. You know, Abu, those of you that are speaking the truth to the Liberian people, you guys are making headway, and the pro-government station cannot do nothing about it. They are just fighting. You can see it. Okay. Let's look at, for example, before I go to what you're talking about, when the president talked about 600 homes, during his inaugural speech, he was very, not inaugural, during his State of the Nation speech. That statement meant they had everything were available. They were about to start. But when I just backed in to listen to that regular press briefing at the Information Ministry, then what the institution responsible went to go tell the Liberian people the land has been secured. You talking about land? We told you, but I've been telling us the resources have been mobilized, contractors have been hired, and as we speak, the soils have been now black have been placed under the ground.
I mean, it was a complete lie. That whole sooner our lie, all that thing our institution lie, everything our lie.
So now you see.
No sales in your school anywhere, nothing.
Yeah, this is the reason why their lies will not go anywhere. Because even their own people will know that they are lying to them. But this whole thing about this guy, I love the rejection. Post up by the Liberian people.
Yeah, the people reject it, but then the president doesn't care. Why you a leader? Look at the wave of rejection. All across. Yeah. I think the only person so far I've seen that Lino, that guy, because this low fat thing, right? Moneyba, right? He's the only man talking about. Oh, okay, let's consider. Okay, for him, he say okay, but then every other person say no.
Yeah.
And then you can understand Lano that low fat man.
That is the rejection I'm talking about, because when these kinds of views are coming up on the appointment, it signals up there to our international partners that clearly the Liberian people and the stakeholders in the country are seriously rejecting the particular appointment, and it creates doubt. It creates doubt over the guy that has been appointed. It creates doubt over the institution that you're going to serve in, which was for the international community
lend some helping hand and monitor carefully. If we had that, the thing is that Bwakana receiving call as we speak, saying the appointment of this Jonathan Widow, he receiving some call, but they will not say it. So whether he go ahead or not, the down has already been created that Jonathan Widow is compromised and he cannot serve in that position. He will not be able to deliver independently looking at his current position in Unity Party. It's clear. So whether he never listened to about the removal of the speaker or this and that, and yeah, why he getting? That's why he didn't listen about the speaker crisis.
The president says his supporter says he's the king. Any decision he made, they don't care what the law says, they will do it.
But you listen to the other man just now, the question he asked you, they say it's about comprehension. It's not about comprehension. It's about so-called belief in political party that is not delivering. And what we're talking about here now is about the country. Because today, if anything backfire, nobody's going to be picking among people say, oh, this is the ruling party people and this is the opposition party people. No, it doesn't work that way. So he allowed. This is why you talk about the nationalistic and the patriotic point of view, that how you look at issues. Listen to your party thing. How do you understand that this is a process that we are going through where everybody are vying for that position? Then you go, you take CDC man, you put the CDC man in position. What are you talking about? We're supposed to split your hair and lay it there before you will know that seriously, there will not be free and fair, there will not be smooth or processes when you come to the electoral process.
And there will be no trust. It's about trusting the process. There will be no trust. This man does not have what will guarantee the trust of the people, the confidence of the people. But thank you very much, Edmond. Well said. Good morning, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, my dear brother of Abu Sharif. And thanks also to the hardworking family of our great freelancer family. For the recognitions for the public, I'm booked, Robert. And I told you this morning from our unknown destinations. You know, brother Abu, we are saying this, and our other brother don't understand where we are driving, and they are looking at it from the party sentiment. The guy was saying that says we should not blame where we fall, we should blame where we stomp our toes. This man has a history of almost causing chaos and calamity to this state in the interest of a political party, not in the interest of a country. That's the two things. When you have a history of causing chaos for the state, it's different from the history of causing chaos for your institution. This man, when he announced before that he never even have concrete, concrete evidence to wars, he was only announcing the interest of his institutions, which was going almost cause chaos in this country. Baka even a word of it. Today, Baka look at the female putting him as a referee after being the number 10 of a football team. He takes number 10 from Barcelona, then he put him to the referee team. You see where we are going? But what we're saying today, we're saying they were not afraid of man with a widow or whatsoever. Because mind you, the vote that will come against the particular or fair regime, the vote that will come against the fair regime for the masses, it will be a vote that Mr. Widow don't even have authority over to thwart. He don't even have authority to thwart.
No, we are speaking about the credential and the credibility of our electoral process, the law, to protecting the law and the sanity of the institution. That's what we're talking about. For a president to be careless about that is sad.
It's very clear. The law is there. The law is in the book that nobody should not affiliate, nobody should not go at the particular process and then go on the particular or table or even serve the particular table. If the person is innocent and only because he says it will be in your favor. But mind you, tomorrow, because your favor, it can even cause the whole country to come to what? To a silver end. We just will not pray for. We are calling international community yesterday from our independent institution when they made a release. The president is still innocent. But they didn't conclude. If Mr. Black, because no one man, you get final election, Mr. Trump, you even got control over it. Maybe that's why the party around the say, and the Senate will say for the sake of people. Mind you, Mr. Weir even have control over the election.
This is not about Mr. Weir. It can't limit the whole country election to one man, right?
No, they don't know. There is no political party party leader like that control over the election.
That is being rude to the rest of the other people in the country that believe and see themselves as viable enough to be president of the country.
Thank you. The people that actually that have been displayed in the polo there, are the people that have control of the election. The people that have been displayed to Rototown, people that have been displayed the full today, the people full the table, the people that have the monopoly over this election. So they conclude, if the brother want milk, we'll drink milk. If he want Kasawali, we'll drink Kasawali. If he want transport, we have to bet. We are seeing there or to tell, we see there but can't see it. What we stumble toes is what we will play. Yeah, Mr. Brother, withdraw. Yeah, he withdraw and rethink his decision not to pull the country to chaos. But if he say he's a very animal, that he say, oh, no problem, I want you milk, trust me.
Okay, Pokat, Robert, thanks a lot. And so let's take you here. Good morning.
Good morning, Freedom FM. Thank you, Mr. Cherry, for the show.
Morning,
My name is John Smith, you live from South Africa. You know...
Oh, in South Africa. How is it, my man, with the xenophobic issues, xenophobia that's going on there, and all those things? Are you safe?
No, you know, it depends where you stay and what you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, but that one is an issue. You know, as a foreigner, you have to experience so many things differently because even in America, it happens. Mm-hmm. So that one is a normal. Okay. So back to the topic.
Mm-hmm.
That Pape Joseph Boakai. You see that QNet group they get, I say they won't care people, America, all those kind of things. The same group, that Pape. United Party is a scam.
Is it that the same group in what?
Same group in him.
Okay.
They're making to scam Liberian people to make Liberians to feel frustrated on their own land. You see the country we live in, you made a certain statement saying that how the place had this. That is the same thing we're experiencing. When you allow foreigners to come in a country and try to change things.
Mm-hmm.
That what happened today in Liberia. Liberians are not enjoying our country. You know, nobody in Liberia, including you, my brother, supposed to be in that country to complain of anything. But for the fact that they claim, they have to push the narrative that, oh, CDC this. Look at the last election in Liberia. They were looking so peaceful and calm. You think that man can accept? You see how he's trying to push the cart? You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But Liberians were exposing. Liberians were definitely exposing. 2029 is far, but not far anymore. And those who went and voted for him, they're seeing it. They should stay in their corner and act like it's not happening. But it's happening. People suffering in our country. A country that everybody's supposed to be living peacefully.
Mm-hmm.
But a foreigner enjoying, other people are enjoying it, whilst we sit down in the country and all kind of game. But 2029, CDC will come to power and CDC will transform Liberia. Do you understand? Liberia will still prevail. Thank you very much for the show.
Thank you very much. And this is an update from Nimba County as public school teachers boycott Ganta. As a public school teachers in Ganta boycott classes over salary arrears. That is happening in the rescue government. Yesterday I heard about Mangibi, the model school there. You remember that beautiful school that the CDC government initiated that was just dedicated recently? Where Lango Lepe is supposed to move, right? The other branch. The children not get teacher in the classroom. But I went and go dedicate. You lay claim to it. Okay, you pay it, but you claim it. Okay, pay teacher not to be inside, not you. Teacher they're running away from that. Children can go to school. Then Liberians, you can think outside. Eh? Good morning, man.
Yeah.
Morning.
Good morning, bro.
Yeah, then you can tell somebody pour over the election doing the country like one party state, blah blah blah. Everybody talking, you won't listen. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, the forces never calling for the Virgin Speaker Station number 11. But I do thank you for the show. Let me say this to Mr. Walker. If Walker thinks he will bring one who may force him onto us or he put him on election commission to work for him in the future, he lie. Even the woman is talking about that woman CDC government jail before. He said that the next person, if people call no immune problem, you put the next person there. But what I'm trying to say is, Walker abandons the rule of law
You forget to know that this is a democratic state. He's trying to run a digital state government. Then you go ahead, forgetting to know that we are watching, we are looking at Baka with our ego eye. Let you do anything you feel like doing, but you will never play with our election. And when you play with the election, you will not be free to sit in a chair that you fighting for. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, Upton, you have to call back. I'm trying to cue you in, but then
Thank you very much. Thank you. Morning, Abu.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Abu, I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call for my Popo Kono, down Coast Bone Hill, Winter Community. Abu,
go ahead.
Thank you. Abu, you said it all. Abu, let me just mirror the kind of worries that we had for these guys up Broad Street over the last years. Those guys said that Joseph Newman Boakai has 42 years experience. They said that Joe Boakai was knowledgeable in governance. And you can even imagine, and remember at the time, 90 days, those guys marched at the Supreme Court under President. We are advocating for the rule of law. And man, how can today this man who was giving all of these academic credentials is now behaving under the belt today? Hey, Mr. Boakai, Joseph Boakai. They told us you already get. Are you not knowledgeable to the Election Commission Act that was revised in 2018? You are elected a certified using partisans to come and preside over our elections. Is it dangerous? Haven't you guys were the one who protested your profusely against the appointment of Wabodiki Nibudiki? How come you guys are here today? But Abu, in my mind, this is a learning curve for the life of community wisdom, the life of Tima Janate, the life of Philip Bryan, who fought profusely their own for the Southeastern region. You see what happened today? Joseph Newman Boakai is being protected by a kinsman. When you people are throwing your own kinsman out, Joe Boakai is being shielded today. You see, when we are advocating that this appointment is dangerous to the peace and stability of our country, and now Nemo man for Norfolk County is embracing the man. You see what happening? That's what can happen if you don't know the value of your own. Where are you today, community with them? When Wabodiki issue was here, right here. Criticizing the man, talking about the man age. Where are you today? The government you brought in power 3 years, nobody knew about you. So when you get your own, and this is a learning curve. Let this be a copy to Joseph Newman Boakai. This will not derail the peace. Your appointment must be resented, like girl must leave. Will not drag that girl to the grave, and we know that you are 89 years old. Thank you very much, Abu, for always giving us the opportunity to make our voice on that station. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Spencer Mohammed from Down Coast Spoon Hill. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning, Abu.
Good morning. Pew, sorry, 1 minute. Did I have me a point? Please, go ahead.
Yes. This is Mandela from the old room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Abu, I will keep saying this. You see the government, Joseph Boakai, they cannot listen. They are not people that when people talk on something, then they will withdraw. That he will withdraw a nomination of that man. No.
But he is a leader. He is the leader, man. Leader supposed to be leader supposed to listen. And what the Bible says. And the Bible says leaders should listen to their people.
But I want to say, these people are not listening. And so why you are telling on the people are so negative? How can we talk positive when these people they cannot listen? Joseph Boakai is people the kind of power they are playing. They are these are things they tell us in our faces that they will make election, they will see election. And I want us to see the surrounding activity of Joseph Boakai. We cannot talk positive when a negative people continue to rule it against our will. We cry. This man is put there that continue to parliament. Constitution is against that. And Joseph Boakai cannot listen. He has holding us. They hold the peer pressure of government. That's what I'm saying. The executive, the judiciary, look there. That other power man, that you men stay down there, these are planned. They hold there, that's it. Everything now, they work with Joseph Boakai. What else will do? Get the executive. Yeah, the man put this man to leg. Tell me now, who is it? Council of churches are not talking. People society are not talking.
No, on the other one, civil society not talk. No, on the other one, civil society talking on the one.
Opposition community should work to stand for counter action. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Keep saying it because people are not listening.
All right, thank you very much. They won, yeah. Everybody seems to be united on this one. But yesterday, the government, the president, they said they're not listening. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Good morning, my brother. Sorry for holding you.
It's okay. This is Leon Yosua. I'm calling from Minneapolis, St. Paul, the USA. You see, Abu, my thing of comment is that I have now seen it anywhere in the world, anywhere. A very key and strategic appointment of such, where the president just make an announcement for an individual to be appointed at the election commission, not even announcing that he is the chairperson, but replacing the chairperson, because I know chairperson is not appointed by the president, but rather chairperson is a position given to the individual by the 4 or 5 members of the commission, right? They choose their own chairperson, okay? But to my dismissal, right? To see the cheerleader leaving, and then getting power over to the individual that were appointed just within a day or two, right? And at the end of the day, this young man or whoever that was appointed.
Now what the president said in his appointment letter, said the man should go and take over as acting before the Senate even reconvene.
But that would be a slap in the face for our education. That's why you see when you do the research today, that country with lowest IQ in the world, Liberia ranked, I think, 2nd or 3rd. Because no serious modern country will accept what is going on in the world, right? And it will be an embarrassment again to us. Nobody going to take us serious. Then we won't people to take us serious in the war. Not here in the Soviet Union, but in the war, right? Who's going to take us serious? Nobody going to take us serious. That's why you see what Liberia is facing today with Guinea. Not even the regional body, right? The monetary body, they even come and fix it. Needs to say ECOWAS or AU or the UN. Because the war has concluded that the government Liberia is running is a chaplain government, is a government that does not respect the rule of law. So they should take the own omen of how it feels to not respect the rule of law. Okay? It's an embarrassment. We expect a speaker to say, look, in how much I am the regime speaker, you cannot embarrass us with this. Right? No matter what, that's a strategic position. And tell Liberian people we are so wicked. Just talk. But by right, class who should be bringing in that country by now. To be frank, what that is doing now, what that is doing now, right? It would not take down. Like what go beyond. It possibly to see that. And all men were spotted in their grave. We're about to die. Who tomorrow will lead the scene, right? And young people allow themselves to go beyond because of power. They were great in Liberian history, right? And one of the greatest Liberian presidents ever to live was President Tubman. Tubman died and leave power. Tubman died and leave power. Just not even powerful. Do not even powerful. The most powerful president ever had was President Tubman. And Tubman left the scene. So who's brother? To come to beyond.
Okay.
What's the embarrassment? It's an embarrassment.
It is indeed, sir. Thank you so kindly, my brother. It is, and it's something that we all need to be worried over, because the expression of the desire to to hijack power and something, and this is just year 3. Is it that the guys have come out to the conclusion that indeed they know themselves that they're not doing anything, but they will not, like Banji, I will not move on here. Yeah. So we say Banji, because I mean it seems like what UP people in the government are doing, the Banji is that they will not move on. Is all that thing will not move on. Right? But you can't do that to the country. When the people you have demonized to be uncivilized, illiterate, are able to respect the rules, and you're nowhere near the electoral period, and you start saying, listen to this this guy, Dylan, a family shame, a man who disgraced and shame and embarrassed his mother. Listen to him. That the man you're expecting, ain't he part of the people that's supposed to go do confirmation hearing? Listen to how he sounds.
We will know how to do power and meeting power. And you say you can't buy for it. There are small children talk there. Seriously, a job we have power, we're talking about a lot. We will know how to manage power and meeting power. They say our power is paper, we can't buy for it. Since 2024, we can't rest our ear with. 2029 job we are talking about. 2029 coming. By the time you get in the money, this citizen get it. 2029.
Dylan, in 2018, when you wake up in the morning, what you used to say? Oh, so only you get it right to have professed that you are going to win 2023 election. But other people saying that they will win 2029, that I won't hurting you. But all along from 2018 all the way to 2023, your song was Jowia will be removed, CDC will be removed, and other people doing the same, and you're getting angry. Fellow Liberian, if this is not a wake-up call for you, for those of you who think that, oh, it's okay, this is dangerous for any group of people to believe that that sense of entitlement. Some of you, you're sitting in America, you're making your investment in Liberia, you're preparing to come home, and you see people trying to threaten that. Good morning, my brother.
How are you? How are you doing?
I'm okay, Chief.
Thank you for the conversation this morning. Look, let me say something to you. You may use the word of former President Charles Taylor. Even the injured in him will not protect and the new appointed election commission. But I sat down and asked myself, what the bisexual Otto Brown? What am I speaking of? You saw a man wearing a party in uniform got appointed. What am I speaking? What is starting like people are not speaking against these things? Every law of that country, Joseph Boakai is breaking it down. He's breaking all the rules, all the laws. And let me say something to you. You don't blame in Joseph Boakai because Joseph Boakai, if you Google Joseph Boakai, he's the worst president in the history of Africa. Check his record. Check his record. He's one of the worst presidents ever. And look at the man age. You know what happened in America? All of you guys can say, oh, America democracy. Joe Biden get better health care than Joseph Boakai. What happened when Joe Biden was going on Air Force One and stormed a toll, like he coming fell, the media took him fell. He had health condition, he have an age. When he could not. That's why Joe Biden go for second term because of his age. But Liberia, we say that we put almost 90-year-old man where can ask somebody on the radio where should I say and where I should say.
I'm gonna drink water. I'm gonna tell the people to sit down.
I'm gonna drink water. I'm gonna tell the people to sit down. Where should I say? So understand those things are kick in. Dimension are kick in. Joseph Boakai does not make decision by himself because his age does not allow him to make sound decision. But Liberia is the only country. So I asked ourselves, well, all the religious people, the bisexual Otto Brown, why are they not coming up to make it to say something? Because they have put they are embarrassed. Look at you have men molesting the boys, raping the girls. Why are they not speaking about it? And you know that why Joseph Boakai said the country was coming in. The country is in on administration. This is what going on to the border. All the kind of things is going on. Then going after Yeke Koruba. But I want to say something today. Where we live, any one of those guys that come to America, that come to where we live in, we know what they can be there. We'll pull off for them in the parking lot. We'll know the place they can go. They either go on a soccer fee or the go somewhere. We'll pull off for them in the parking lot. And then no one will say we'll pull it off, but we can do. Just thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you very much. Oh yeah, we gotta reclaim our country. Anyhow, because what is happening is terroristic. It's dangerous for certain senators to be threatening the democratic will of the people and saying that they will not give power. What do you mean by that? Look, I'm not even going to waste my time to say, but what I can say to you, if you attempt on what you're doing, you fail to deliver, there will be consequences. Good morning.
Good morning, people.
Let me take 4 more calls. I'm better. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much. My name is Stanley Sharif. I join you from Broadview, edition number 17, Browson of Brinkett Mount Campus.
Go ahead, Stanley.
Big brother, sometimes I can really sit down quietly and think about how our country is moving. Some of us, it's not the law that President we have for this country. Long time, then we forget about what it is in this country. More especially the voting aspect. Some of us, we can devote our time, we go to the pool, we cash our ballot. At the end of the day, what we're expecting from this so-called lawmaker, that we can't even see it. And even 1% of it, we can't even experience it. What the hell of the lawmaker that we can go to the pool and we elect them? They are working the way the pressure of the president is there. That they to represent the citizens that went to the pool to cash ballot for them. These are the things that some of us can really make up today. When the election in there, majority accepted the result. He said this year they don't manage their vote. You are not saying that we don't go to the pool to cash ballot, but those that he appointed to monitor the electionary process. They don't really manage particular process that he asked them for them to do. And they were having the matter of authority by them. You just listen to Dillon, what Dillon said.
Don't mind Dillon. Dillon will be whipped. Don't mind. The people will be flogged. I can tell you. They're seeing their defeat.
I know that Dillon will be put out come 2029, yes. But the United Party guys, even their babies, their children in the community will rig the election. It's exactly what they are saying and why the president is following a particular track. Can you imagine taking a partisan appointing him to be a National Election Commission chairperson? Just the Brown Lasana, we are appointed in this country because none of us who are we are getting this guy. Then how the election result went to your way now. So people are sharing something about I hope what is happening in Uganda is not what Joe Biden for the 8-year experience is trying to.
They don't have the capacity, bro. My man. Hey, okay. Don't you know we're gonna talk here on the radio. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Abu.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, this is Mr. John from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Rodney John. Oh, my brother, am I audible?
Very audible. Go ahead.
Okay, great. The truth just have to be said. People have to understand that Liberians will have to reap what they sow. And the only way Liberians can make better decisions moving forward is for them to experience their bad decisions.
Correct.
And that's just the fact. The only way for you to learn a lesson is for you to experience. Well, maybe that's not the only way, but the best way. So we actually going through the experience of, era. The experience of whether we can go back and make the same decision and put these people there, or even I'm looking at the whole House of Representatives. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
The first place Liberian will really prove themselves that they can make better decisions, changing these people, these failed, old, and I hate to say, but some of them are very, very dull. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you put them in position to make better the country. Forget about even their district, but they are there doing, pageantry. That's not going to help.
Yeah, but
So
they're all lining behind the United Party now to say they think we can make it. We just depend on cheating. We cheat because to hear Dylan saying this, that means they all come to the conclusion now that we can make it. We'll cheat, which is not. Look, my brother, it's not going to work here. It's not. It's never going to work.
Yeah. Right. And so Abu, the thing about opposition party, jumping in the street and saying, "Oh, no, the man, y'all don't approve the man." No, forget that.
No, they're just trying to be on the record, my brother. No, people are trying to be on the record. It's important to just be on the record. No. We ain't got time. Just be on the record and leave it. Eh? Let the time come. Let we don't go try it. And you never try. Let them go. Let Baga go try it. Let Dylan go try
That's
it.
what I'm talking about. Nobody should expect people to jump on the street right now.
Yeah.
Let the time come.
The only thing we can tell Liberian is be there, register during a voter registration time. Go, you cast your vote. Yeah. Go sit down to the hall. Just leave it. All the crazy human beings will come outside. So there are crazy people, but there are crazy people who will see.
Yes, and that's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. I mean, yeah, thank you, my brother.
Yeah, Abu.
Hey, okay.
Good morning, Abu, and good morning to our people listening. I'm constrained to make my input when I heard that thing you were playing for Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Dylan is speaking out of fear.
People, I don't know why people panicking. You should be happy when hearing the sitting government in the 10 years sounding like this. You should be happy. That means they finish giving up.
And the rest of them are sounding out of fear. When you hear them talking with G, that big mouth. Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
I will support George Weah in 2029. And I ask all Liberians who want the country to move forward to do that same thing. We will go to vote. We will example watchers to every voting place in this country. We will mark all of our voting tally records. We get everything.
Their faces they will see to the place.
We will calculate our votes in less than 24 hours. We know whether we win or we lost. If we win, we declare that election result. We're not listening to George Weah. The first thing, President Weah will sit down to a horse and wait for inauguration. We double dare anybody in the country to that election. You think that nonsense people go on the road to go protest? Oh, you cheat election, go on the road, go on fire tear gas. Nobody will protest.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be something. Things will happen. There'll be more than protests. You think we're going to go join the road? You go protest, go on fire tear gas. They fight around with the police. In no time, everybody say, "Oh, for peace sake, no. That bullshit ain't happening, bro. No, it's not happening." We double dare anybody. That thing they're not talking, they are giving up. When you see they don't sign that, they're giving up. They know that they're finished. They're breaking the people outside the people vote against them. They're sacking the people vote against them. They're giving the Liberian jobs to Lebanese who vote against them. They're breaking people who have compensation to vote against them. They're burying 10 million people for Joe Baga to vote against them. The people know they get our land of Guinea, and I want to tell the truth. You think people not vote against them?
Mm-hmm.
They know. And the only reason why the sun is the way the sun is because they think they can pull fear and panic. People say, "Oh yeah, when we say we cheat, they will not go vote. Our people will go vote. They will mind their vote, they will protect their vote, and they double dare any widow walking at door to try to vote. You think we're going to go protest? You think that nonsense? Oh, we want justice. Nobody wants justice. We know how to do it. We know when to do it. We know what to do it, and we're doing. Wait, I beg you, we're doing. You know the real result. All that time when Joe Baga said the country will end, then it will be the beginning of the end. I mean, I see you, man.
Yeah, brother. Thank you. My people, I mean, the only thing I can tell you, for you to be hearing, because even if you look at the arrest agenda, if you look at the arrest agenda and the deliverables, they have not even gone to the midpoint yet. Then they give up on the whole arrest. So That means the government is telling you that the whole agenda we can make it. In fact, we can make it. They give up. So we reach us. You have a whole arrest agenda, a beautiful document according to you that when you implement, Liberia will be heaven. And you will remain. But you say that document second help you. So now that we do, KK do, Bele do, Nani do, that one can help you take election. Let's see it. We want CA. For all the only thing, we just want CA. The young people in Nepal, they're not doing we. They're not different human beings that the same red blood running in them. They were not crazy. But when they saw that their collective future was not guaranteed, nobody went to the hall begging them, giving them copy. They came outside. Try the Liberian people election. Try the Liberian people election. Just try it. And you get 6 years, you get your arrest agenda, you get a whole budget. Asilometer now get 200 million now. You get it. And you're sharing the money your Liberian people not know about it. LEC not stable, right? You're sharing the 200 million now. You're not start paying salary with it. You think we know, right? The road where you say you're going to start, you don't do it yet. Liberian people seeing it, right? Bombing right here to go bombing. In less than 1 hour, 30 minute road, you can spend 2 to 3 hours on it. Liberian people that back up. You will still see election. Go see election, Mr. President. Mr. You know, His Excellency, Mr. President, goes the election. The first president in the Republic, the first president in the history of the Republic of Liberia to declare openly that he part the only thing you do that to steal election at Baka. Can you imagine? The first president, right? Mr. Weah, yeah, sedition, what you going to say? Oh, the road, President Weah is building the road in the southeast. We'll win the election, we'll win landslide, the development, President Weah, Bay Hospital, blah, blah. These are the things they were talking about, right? But when it comes to your time, you say, we'll steal election, we'll put gender with other, that Unity Party man, that Baka man, that man can never compromise Baka for anybody. Is that the way it's supposed to be? It is good the international community is hearing. And the political session in all of the embassies in the country are equally documenting all of these utterances, all of these actions. They're putting it on record, right? So the day that is not today, but tomorrow, they will sit down. It is going to inform their positions. Because we're a country, we're not going to cave in and manage our country like hooligans and gangsters like these, these fools are doing. We're not. We'll continue to put on record. So this is the imagine the almighty light. Say now, really. So we know how to do power. Now we'll tell the election, we'll know how to do power. Oh, can you in 2020? Could you imagine a Dillon talking about stealing election? Have you sat down to think about why would Dillon not be resting on stealing power instead of winning power? A man who won power twice, back to back, right? He won power. But that man is saying, I ain't want to win power again, I will steal power. Because the people then who I won power from, they know how to manage power. Me, I know how to manage power now. So send me I know how to manage power, I will steal it. So, Papa, we beg you, please steal 2029 election. You don't campaign, you don't develop, you don't transform, you might not create job, you don't do nothing because you just wait when the election comes, you go steal it. Me that I won from you. You might not do nothing. Liberian people crying, you don't do nothing. Guinea can they take the land, you might not do nothing. People go, Chinese people go, they're doing illegal money all over, you don't do nothing. The people go in the villages, they're raping the small children, you don't do nothing. They're killing people, you don't do nothing. You just wait. Gregor come on here, you get plenty of tear gas. You're still the election. The man do not do. All we say to our Liberian people and those who have interest in the prosperity, progress, and transformation of this country to remain firm, remain resolute, right? You don't need to come out to be angry, be talking. No, relax. Just chill. You get your lay, and you know, kue, chill on your kue. Your kue with your gari, your car, chill on it, all right. These are the sacrifices for the revolution that's coming. You will be redeemed. Yourself will redeem yourself. Nobody. You will take charge. This generation will take charge. This generation will detect what happens with Liberia. It's not those in power who squandered, who have resorted to squandering their opportunities and slapping in our faces, that they will take power by force. Oh, try it. We don't dare you. Why they're saying that? Look at some of what is going on in the country. And the reason why they're saying it is because they failed you, they failed the country, they failed themselves, they failed their purpose, and Liberian women, Liberian girls and boys and children, youths, are being smuggled out of this country, are being traded, used and abused as domestic slaves across the world with nothing being done, and only to realize that powerful element within the very rotten Unity Party government, because of their incessant desire for bribery, right? They're permitting these things. Our families, our children are being traded across our borders, across the Mediterranean, into slavery, domestic slavery. Listen to this report. Why wouldn't they want to steal election if they're failing the country this much?
Issues of bribery are raising serious questions in Liberia's largest human trafficking case, with concerns the trial could be compromised as accused perpetrators near possible release. The case involves multiple defendants with more than 50 victims providing testimony, and
this is just one case. 50 victims, 50 Liberian women, children, boys, and girls run up in the scheme of human trafficking. Why wouldn't they tell you the failure, the bravery to come and collect 50? You know how many has been going out? We dropping the ball on human trafficking. Dropping the ball, the court system everywhere. The syndicate has taken over. You are not aware, but these things are going on. You'll be in the community.
Evidence that is say.
You see a man used to go party on the fee. 1 more, 2 more, 3 more party, you can see. Is it a leg out in the community? 1 more, 2 more, you think you're moving? No. The way you used to hear about kidnapping, people going arresting kidnappers during the past government, you hearing it now? Who is allowing kidnappers to still keep operating?
Is sufficient for prosecution. A lawyer linked to the accused traffickers, Besman Jua, is alleged to have offered money in connection with the case, allegations he rejects. So far, the Liberian government has not addressed the claims or concerns raised by the victims, despite repeated.
And this is the most disheartening things. The real thing, the real core issues that are hurting the country, the government remains tight-lipped on it. The same thing they did when the FOIA thing came out, they can refuse to speak to it. When drug business come up, they don't talk. Human trafficking in your country, 50 plus, and the reports and allegations that senior government officials are connected. You carry the microphone, you asking them, they don't want to talk. But all they're able to say is say, we will steal the election. We will steal the election. Steal what kind of election? This election? Remember election? Try it. Just try it. You just try it. Just try it. All the victims our families, our brothers that are languishing in Tunisia, the Philippines, and other places, that your government is permitting that your immigration officers at the airport are conniving and allowing traffickers to take them out into sex slaves, sex trade, porn, and other things out of the country, and you're not addressing it. You're not doing anything about it as a government. When the money comes, you sit down, you share the money among yourself. You pay salary. Teacher then in Ganta, no pay. Teacher then in MCS, no pay. Teacher then in Kakata, no pay. Our student, no school. The children, all the children on motorcycle. The very old man that promised that the children will have left the motorcycle, they will get job to do. Even their classroom, they can't have access to it again because the government has failed to pay their teachers. The teachers are running out of the classrooms. So the kids are going back and they're into motorcycling. The girls' children, they're going back on the street. Take your time and drive across Monrovia. All the places, whether they're New Liberia, whether they're D Calabash, whether they're where? How do you call them? Adoma, whether they're this other place, in all the corner, help yourself. Go to help yourself. Help yourself and can you play where I can see them. So when I'm passing, when I'm driving, quietly, I'm just observing. Just observing. 13 years old, 14 years old, 15 years old. And they're having their conversations and you're passing. And you imagine the future of the country. And you have police officers assigned there, and they are on duty posts at these entertainment or club, right? Entertainment centers or club. And they're seeing underage children drinking alcohol, right? Discussing prostitution, and the police officers is there doing nothing to enforce the law. That is the reality. You're not fixing that. Do you care? Where is the young children?
Because
they're in America.
The Justice Minister also told for comment. Meanwhile, the accused perpetrators' expected release date is approaching, increasing uncertainty about how the case will proceed. For now, key questions remain about allegations, any investigation, and whether the case will move forward. With the possibility of release drawing closer, concerns are growing that the case could collapse entirely. For survivors, the outcome carries broader implications, whether the accused traffickers will face justice or walk free. For more on this, go to frontpageafricaonline.com.
Okay. So, yes, what is happening? In a landmark major human trafficking case, government arrests perpetrators. And then, being brought, they are sitting on the evidence, refusing to prosecute. And it is almost certain that these people will be released and placed back to go ahead and continue. That is the government we're talking about. That is the country. That's the reality in the country we're talking about. And anybody relative could just be one day in trap. Some young folks have been reaching out to me that, oh, they're having their awareness against human trafficking, blah, blah, blah. I'll bring them in next week. And listen, and you listen to the testimonies they have. Imagine Liberians have been trafficked to Sierra Leone. One of the guys have been taken somewhere. And you know where they're living? They're living in graveyards. They're living in swamp. Under a rescue government. You're not addressing those ones, but you're interested in stealing election. Everyone hold your peace. I gotta go. We'll take calls. We'll play our part. We'll continue to play our part. We'll be here again on Monday to continue from where we start. You have the gavel. You have the envelope. You have the country's purse. Use it. Use it wisely. Address the people concerns, the people problem. Look at JFK, what we hear in the report. JFK, are you aware that there is an unannounced go-slow at JFK? Do you know for what? No pay. They don't go to election. Human trafficking. When slavery was abolished, ever since, it's inhumane, it's uncivilized for any responsible government to sit down and see and aid a bit human trafficking in person to be going on under their watch. This is dangerously embarrassing. A major slap. The partners are telling them. 0776-104-104, 086-500-104, plus 231-86-500-104. So on what record do you think the Liberian people should just keep you in power? Oh, because you're a unity party? Because you're a dealer? So just keep you in power? You just be there? So every other human being in the country didn't get purpose now. We just sit and say, you be there. We just sit down and leave it. So now you can tell the poo-poo in your brain. Yeah, sometimes how you can tell the poo-poo in your brain. I mean, the audacity, man, the sense of entitlement. And I'll be like, it's so, you know, yeah, we'll see. We'll know. Good morning.
Thank you for the discussion. Jefferson Silva calling for Virgin Speaker District 11.
Go ahead.
This government is involved into all the wrongdoing. Support human trafficking, support gay, support all the corrupt and violence in the country. What the government doing, they are putting themselves on record, and we will never forget about it as some people in the country. We will ever regret why we put the kind of old men who have for the two, so the same, have for the two experience that he's not proving anything to us that he definitely had for the two experience. We don't know whether that he
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning. On human trafficking, let's hear you. What do you think? Brothers and sisters have been trafficked and, of course, taken across the war into domestic slavery, sex slave, and everything going on. The government is doing nothing. Let's hear you. Morning.
Yes, sir. Morning, my dear brother Abu. Yeah, this is the voice of Idrissa, and I join you the beating weight of prophet. Abu, it's just a sad time for our nation. Why will this government, why will the guy there get a bunch of rent kids? What kind of useless people is this? What does the government do this? What does it mean well for the country? So you don't want to take power to loot? Now all you want to do, you want to develop the land, nothing? What is it that they really give for Abu? I really don't know. Because there are just a bunch of useless people who are saying, I think so. People don't give for Abu. Not develop mindset in the people. Negative election. You got to be a compromise idiot.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah. Much more appreciation to you, sir. This is the common opportunity. I am the CEO of the Media You see, Abu, thank you this morning. You are saying, but not just in the rock out on the other thing to what you said. This government is on a mission. This is why they are so a lot of ownership or sense of belonging. They see that Liberia belongs to only certain group of people. And the group of people that they are referring to is only them. That is why they're not even still accountable to the people. For anything happening, they don't want to answer the question, they're not answer the failure, they're not answer the challenge because they feel entitled to Latino. That's why this government has placed with all key positions, all of their crimes, go to the army, who got one for their day. The sovereignty of the country. The chief justice go to the house of legislature. We got in the lower house, we have the jail speaker, who's in here. When you go to the Senate, who's the head of that Senate. So they are trying to consider it. They are trying to monopolize power. The last era is where they are going to the Election Commission. So I don't think we should allow this. By allowing this, is losing the last grip. Let us tell these people that they can't get anything they want.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Shirley. Good morning.
Yeah, we're good.
Thank you for the program this morning. Like, no party scene, during a bad election when President we are running campaign, the riot, or she was saying, President we have to do, President we have to first thing we say, but any message when you're running campaign for, when you're running, so the same point go to the any city is working, then when you add a party, then you say, I didn't more.
Then why they say they want steal election?
Why now they want rig election now? If they say they work, if the people are fair, they kill be fair. People already feel. And they might not think that going to that will rig election because we don't have this. Remember the way after that election was lost.
Okay. Thank you very much. Aaron. Okay, but Aaron, what happened? My man, you gotta get a patient. You other people on the line, you gotta hold on. And that WhatsApp. Call you. Morning.
This is I'm calling from
Yes, sir.
No, they nomination president.
No, we ain't talking about nomination. We're talking about what happened in the country. They're taking people children, they're carrying them all on human trafficking. That the thing happening. They say a big head of the market, they're not bringing any rescue government. Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. Okay. Morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Morning.
This is Aaron. I'm calling from Banasville.
Okay.
Quickly, I'd like to speak on the loans issue because I'm more concerned about the 2029 elections than the rest of the issues.
Okay, go ahead.
Abu, let me say this for fact. The Unity Party has lost confidence in DeLon, which is why you see DeLon making reckless statements and all of that. DeLon does not have a history of managing power in this country. Like he said, we manage power and you can't come and take power from us.
But the thing is, UP is going to put a candidate against him.
Where did DeLon manage power as a sitting government? The Liberty Party, DeLon being with you his lives. They're in this country. So he has no history of managing power. And let me tell you this. We cannot dwell on the Unity Party arrogance that we took power from the CDC in 2023. We also took power from the Unity Party when the sitting vice president contested as senator of the party. So, I mean, you cannot go back to that history and be one-sided with history. We also took power from there, and we can take power from there. DeLon should be concerned about his 2029 elections because the opposition solidarity that brought DeLon to power no longer exists.
No longer.
That's why you should be finding different strategies.
The diaspora backing no longer exists.
There's no more CBP. There's no more June 7 protest morale that will bring DeLon back. So DeLon should be finding different lies. There's no lying. DeLon should be finding different strategies that he made. You can't director. You can't, doing the other thing and blaming Joseph Parker for certain things. No. It is gaining momentum for Yeke. So DeLon should go back and strategize.
I agree.
He can survive in Rudy establishment. People like DeLon wouldn't survive in opposition because when they lie too much in the opposition, the people tend to believe them. So my brother, I think DeLon, he is bluffing. Let DeLon be concerned about his 2029 elections. We know for a fact that President Weah is going to win the 2029 elections. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And DeLon has got a lot to be worried about because believe in me, the Unity Party have got candidates lined up. The chairman, the current chair of the Unity Party has an eye on it. Right? And Women Pay has never given up on it. Good morning.
Abu, good morning.
Morning.
Abu, my name is Ishmael Kamara, and I called this morning from Soto Community, Roma TV. Yeah, Abu, I think it's getting to a point where there's a clear picture now that President Joseph Nwababa has failed Liberian people. He's actually trying to
Okay.
It's a fair picture right now that he has already.
Okay, but he got love. He got love, but he will not make it. Thank you, my brother. I'm sorry, I gotta go. Okay.
When they were coming,
they said they were freedom fighters.
When they were coming, they said
they were liberators.